Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jumper. Today I'll be doing my top 5 characters that could appear in Breath of the Wild 2. Now, last week we were given a full-on trailer for Breath of the Wild 2, and we were given a lot more stuff than in the first trailer that we were given back in 2019. And for this list, I'll be going over some of the characters that could possibly appear within Breath of the Wild 2 that could either help Link or try and stop him from getting to Ganondorf towards the end of the game, and just see who could possibly appear in the game. So for number 5 is Girahim. Now, Girahim, I think, is an interesting character, and I think he could possibly be brought into the Breath of the Wild story, or sequel for Breath of the Wild 2. And this could be where Ganondorf, if he's got magic and he uses some of it, he could recreate Girahim in his own image, and that he could send Girahim out to either stop Link from getting to Ganondorf too early, or trying to find the location of the Triforce. And I think Girahim would make a more intimidating foe in the sequel, because I think he was good in Skyward Sword. But if Girahim was brought back into Breath of the Wild 2, I think he would be a force to be reckoned with. Because we did fight him a couple of times in Skyward Sword, but I think with Breath of the Wild 2, I think he will need to have more abilities and more stuff that makes him intimidating, and something that will help him be more cooler, I think. So yeah. For number 4 are the Champion Descendants. Now, for the Champion Descendants, I think they will obviously help Link throughout the game, and either trying to find, the whatever it is this game's going to be about, like, let's say, trying to find, let's say, a piece of the Triforce, or the location of it, that sort of thing. Or they could try and control the divine beasts, because let's say the divine beasts are activated on Skin or something, and the champions, or the descendant champions, could try and find a way of how to control them, like how the original champions did. Or they could use some of their own powers that they might have developed throughout the events of Breath of the Wild, during the events of Breath of the Wild up to Breath of the Wild 2. And it would be cool to see more of them, because more cutscenes of them and more interactions with them, because I feel like with the original champions, I feel like with those guys, they did a bit more than the Descendants, because with the original champions, they not only fired a laser at Calamity Ganon, but they also gave Link a specific ability that they had. So I think with the Champion Descendants, I would really like to see them interact with Link more and just helping throughout parts of the game. For number 3 is a Zonai member. Now, the Zonai have been mentioned I think a couple of times within Breath of the Wild, like whether it's their labyrinth or some of the Zonai designs that have been scattered around some parts of Hyrule, and then also the barbarian armor that was created. But since the trailer, I have seen some people saying that the buildings in the Sky Islands, and also the big guardian enemy eye thing, could possibly be something the Zonai created. So I would like to see Link interacting with at least a couple of Zonai members, and they could either be a friend or foe to Link to start off with, or let's say there's an enemy to start off with, then halfway through the game they Link and the Zonai team up to take out Ganondorf, and the Zonai could give Link some of their tech and some of their stuff, so that Link is able to take on Ganondorf. And it'd be really cool to see what the Zonai will look like if they do appear in Breath of the Wild 2. The number 2 is Impa, Pura, and Robbie. Now, with these guys, I feel like they'll, depending on if they do appear, they'll help Link with specific roles. So for Impa, she could tell Link about the history of Ganondorf, kind of like how she talked about Calamity Ganon, and the history he's tied in with the royal family. For Pura, she could help Link upgrade the hand, the rune hand, and like for example, she could help give like in the status ability on the hand an extra time limit or something like that, or you can target multiple things at once or something like that. And for Robbie, he could give you some new type of armor or weapons. So like, you know, ones that can defeat Ganondorf quite easily. So let's say he gives Link a specific weapon that's good against Malice, and it's like, you know, a replica Master Sword, but it's not the actual Master Sword. It's just like something that's similar to the Master Sword, but not on the same kind of power. It's just something that can take out Malice quite easily, or something like that. And for number 1 is Fi. Now, I would really like Fi to make an appearance, or make a reappearance in the game fully, because she was mentioned a couple of times in Breath of the Wild, because she was mentioned in a memory. She was also mentioned in one of the cutscenes in which Link was almost defeated, and he was like, you know, kind of half dead in Zelda's arms, and you could hear Fi's sound whenever she was out of the Master Sword, and you got to see the Master Sword glow, and that's kind of similar with the once you've been in the Trial of the Sword, once you've been in the final one, and you hear again Fi's sound effect whenever she was out of the Master Sword. And she was also mentioned like in the secret cutscene once you've been in Calamity Ganon and gathered all the memories. And I would really like to see her make a reappearance, and she can like again be a companion to Link and just help Link throughout the game, and just and she could like say, Link, this area is like filled with this kind of enemy, or try and or talk about the Triforce or something, or something in a memory banks. Like it could be like, oh, Master Link, we meet again, like, or something like that. And I think Fi would, Fi will make a great appearance if she is being brought into Breath of the Wild 2, because she will make a great addition. And I think if Ganondorf is defeated or sealed away again in Breath of the Wild 2, then Fi could then rest in the Master Sword again for a certain amount of time, until she might be needed again, possibly in the future or something like that. So yeah. So that's been my top 5 characters that I would like to see in Breath of the Wild 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next video.